The day we moved into 42 Blackwood Manor, my kids were ecstatic. You know how children are with big old houses. Every nook and cranny is an adventure waiting to happen. The realtor mentioned it was built in 1887, but what she didn't mention was what we'd find beneath those weathered floorboards and behind those Victorian walls. It started with the typical settling sounds you'd expect from a house this age. At least that's what I told myself. But then my daughter Emma found something during our basement renovation. "Dad," she called out, her voice trembling with excitement. "The wall sounds hollow here." She was right. Behind that crumbling plaster, we discovered a room that shouldn't have existed. It wasn't on any blueprints, wasn't mentioned in any documentation, just a small space, maybe 10 by 12 feet, filled with things that made my skin crawl. Antique toys covered in decades of dust, scattered across the floor like they'd been abandoned mid-play. A rocking chair that seemed to hold the impression of someone still sitting in it. But what really got to me were the claw marks. Deep, desperate gouges in the floorboards as if something had tried to escape, or something had tried to get in. That's when the whispers started. Always at 3 a.m., like clockwork. At first we thought it was the pipes, but pipes don't call your children by name. Pipes don't know about that time Emma broke her mother's favorite vase and blamed it on the cat. Pipes don't know about the secret Tommy keeps from his best friend. The whispers grew louder, more insistent. They started revealing things. Dark things about our family, about the house's history, about its original owner, Frederick Blackwood. He was an occultist, they whispered, who tried to harness powers he couldn't control. The ritual he began in 1889 was never completed, and now something ancient and ravenous watches us from between the walls. I found his journals hidden in the attic. The rituals, the symbols, the warnings, it's all there. And it wants us to finish what he started. Every night the whispers grow more demanding, more persuasive. Just a few words, they say, just a small sacrifice. But I've seen the claw marks. I've heard the rocking chair creaking in that sealed room at night. And I know now, we're not dealing with a ghost or a simple haunting. We're dealing with something that's been patient for over a century. Something that's been waiting for the right family to move in. And now it wants us to stay forever. The question isn't whether we'll leave. It's whether it will let us.